Alright, y'all, I'm just showing you this because I got this a few days ago on Friday. Today is Sunday, the 16th, I think it is. May 17th, I can't remember. Yeah, probably 16th. But I thought I'd show you, this is my new to me anyways, WRRS Mini-bell. Quite like these bells. They weren't exactly used down here because they were primarily used across the northern US and Canada, it seems like. Especially the northeastern US and Midwest, where most of the remaining ones in service can be found. The closest one to me, I believe, is on a former, I want to say in fact probably the only railroad outside of the northern US to use them was the Gulf Mobile in Ohio, because the closest one to me is on a Kansas City Southern branch line in Mississippi somewhere. But these things, so I primarily used up in that region. A bunch were actually, believe it or not, were imported to, at least a few anyways, were imported to the Netherlands. And then the company that manufactures all the crossing equipment for the Netherlands, I can't remember their name sadly, so if someone from the Netherlands is watching this and you know it, just feel free to tell me in the comments below. But this bell is but a bunch were imported there, and then the company that makes them anyways decided to, maybe with permission from WRRS, I'm not sure, basically copied them and put two different gongs. I want to say the gongs they use on the ones they use on the pedestrian signal, well, at least they're single light gateless signals, is that crossings have a slightly different gong, because they usually sound different. They don't quite sound like and I'm not entirely sure if that's just simply due to a lack of maintenance over the years or what. While they also have some with a much larger, like, conical gong, like locomotive style. So they probably have so those seem to be a bit more the common ones that are used on the gated signals and other road signals they have. So WRRS advertised these as the pedestrian bell when they were sold, and that's probably the reason why they're up mainly in the northern US. Believe it or not, there used to be at least some on the ICG's main line down to Memphis up in Illinois. No, there's only like one left, sadly. Believe it or not, there actually used to be one in downtown Chicago on the Metro, but that's been gone for years at this point. But believe it or not, these things, I believe the production of them started under RRS. Don't know if they'd have anything cast on the back like this guy does, but production continued all the way up to Western Coal and Hayes, no physical changes from the WRRS ones anyways. But and the only way to tell them apart is look at the inside and see if they're labeled as Federal Signal or Western Coal and Hayes. Well, this guy's in pretty decent shape overall, and we'll get to the inside of him shortly. I'm fairly certain he's a WRS one, at least that's what he's branded as, so that's what I'm going to call him. There's, like I said, no external differences you can use. As you see on the back here, he has WRS code 1270. I want to say the last number there is 6. Can't remember, it's 1276. Yeah, that sounds about right. The WRS 1276 bell. And he's overall in pretty decent shape. Got a fair amount of rust on him, showing through where he got repainted at some point in service. Base down here, I want to say, is a 4-inch base, which would indicate he was used on a gateless signal. Latch here, as you can see, it's broken, sadly. Though, looking at my pictures of the WRS bells I've seen in service, I want to say they all had, well, actually, that's right, only one. The only one that doesn't, two of the three I've seen in service anyways, had broken latches. The only one that didn't was the dying bell in Harrington Park. And another thing real fast before I get to the inside that I want to note, here on the front, if you look at it from the front, you'll notice that the gong is slightly off-centered. Not sure if that was a casting defect or if it was just simply rotated in a few times in service. It wound up looking like this because the bolt hole is off-centered. I want to say the other mini bells I've seen have had a similar lip to this, at least on this side. On some of them the gong seems a bit more centered, so maybe it's like rotate or something. But it still sounds pretty good. So that's the important part. Of course, now just opening this up. I already have this unscrewed so I can easily do this. Here's the inside of the door. As you can see, it's blank. The paper, which I assume will have been here, is missing. We got the inside of the bell, which is essentially just a regular WRRS bell, except made much more compact. As you can see right here, we got a wire going into the base. I believe that was the original positive wire, because positive usually is indicated by a red wire. No negative wire though, surprisingly. But the bell itself works nice. You got the electromagnet there. You got the speed control, which I've actually turned down. I've turned it so it goes a bit faster than it used to, and here's the hammer mechanism. That's probably about the speed that it originally rang at when I got it. I've sped it up so it sounds much more like the ones I saw in New Jersey. But yeah, the bell's a pretty nice bell overall. It works good, and that's the important part. I mean, it's a bit dirty inside, but I don't mind. So yeah, just close that up. And yeah, that is my WRRS Mini-bell that I own. And by the way, real fast, if anyone else owns a Mini-bell, if you can just comment whether either the latch is broken and if the gong is centered or not, just let me know. Because I want to know if mine's just got like a small defect for the gong or something. But yeah, that's my WRRS Mini-bell that I own. Over and out.